We are ready.
Send it.
Send it. Yeah, I love it. Uh, Hello, Whalecoin Talk community. Tonight we bring you Metasino. Metasino is the first truly decentralized casino slash play to earn ecosystem on the BSC, and they have some pretty nice metaverse oriented integrations that they're looking at. So we have the team here tonight. I want to thank you all for coming. And before getting into it, maybe you guys can give us a little bit of your background or experience and what led you to create this.
All right, thank you so much. So I'm going to be the one to start the conversation tonight. It's night over where I am. So I'm Mark. I'm from Africa, and like you said, our history and background in the space. Damn, when I first got into the space, it was all rugs. You get into this project, you get robbed. You get to this, you get robbed. But then, it helped me build up my experience in the space, get to understand how things are how things work, and then how to go about everything. And I've been in different projects, either as a mode, also possibly maybe in the team advising or doing one thing or the other. So the inspiration of this Metasino actually, it came later last year, towards the end of the year. When I came together with a couple of friends. Brainstormed on what we could actually do to contribute to the space. And if you look at the way crypto is going, the crypto space is going, you realize that the metaverse is actually something that is going to take over not just the crypto space, but life itself. So that being said, I myself have been part of a project. Smilebot has been a co-founder in Shibalite. Is an artist. He has been in different projects. He has had several experiences. Names Blank happens to be our Dave. He has actually worked with Rockets. He worked with Rocket as a core member in it, and also we have GM Master who happen to be very, very passionate about NFTs. We have Rolly. We have a lot of people that I can start mentioning right now because of time. But that being said, I would like to go straight into the topic of today. So I'd like to talk about what Metasino is. So Metasino is a decentralized casino stroke a P2E ecosystem on BSC, not not only tailored to BSC, is a cross-chain project. And with the use of a 3D VR, players can actually access the casino and get to play games on of their choices in order to earn more casino tokens, which can be actually traded for either NFTs or a BNB or stables. And then casino tokens are also not. It's not just going to be where you can just go in and play to earn. It also have staking attributes where you stake and make very good massive APY over time. And then also has we are actually introducing NFT leasing into the system, whereby we are going to be minting our NFTs. We are going to be minting our games as NFT. That's to say, those poker games, slot machines, roulette, and name it. All those games in the casinos are going to be minted as NFTs, and individuals will be able to buy these NFTs and stake the NFTs in Metasino once the metaverse is ready, so that every game that is being played on this particular NFT, which is a game, the owners of those NFTs are going to be making passive income from it as players play their games.
Yeah, I was reading about this on the website. This is a very unique way of going about it, where you mint NFTs that are actually be tied to the games that people will play, and then they'll get a revenue share for that. So maybe we can go a little bit into this. Like, are you looking at creating multiple NFTs for each game, or will it be like a fractionary ownership type of deal, or how will this work for investors that want to get in on these NFTs?
Yeah, each of these the NFTs, that's to say the games are going to be really really limited because we are trying to make the normal casino the way it happens. So we are not going to mint too many of those games because we want to make the supply limited. So let's just say poker will have just three of it, and snooker will have just three of it, and then one person can own each, and then each of it will have its own contracts. So you own it, and once you get to stake the NFT with the Metasino, every game that is actually played on that game will be allocated the percentages that is you're supposed to come to you. Once you get the game, you attach it with your wallet, and then every percentage that you're supposed to get will be sent to your wallet automatically, not manually.
And what sort of percentages are we looking at? Are the NFTs players going to be getting, I don't know, like 90% of the profits, or 20%, or what have you envisioned there?
Oh, definitely. The figures are not yet static, but then definitely the owners of the NFTs are actually going to get more because actually is their asset. Think of it as owning an asset, and then someone is managing that asset for you. In regards to, let me point out to, for example, in a real casino, you buy, or let's just say an estate. You buy a house, and then you give it to an extra estate manager to actually manage it for you, and then make funds for you. So we are going to mint these NFTs before time, before the metaverse casino is ready, and then once it is ready, the owners give it back to the casino management to manage it and make passive incomes for them.
Yeah, that sounds like a very interesting way of going about it, and also a very secure way where people, yeah, can actually trade. And will you have sort of like I don't know, like a marketplace for people to trade their ownership, or are you looking at putting, I don't know, a limited series at first, or will you just add in more as more games come along?
No, we are going to actually because we have 3D. Which Smiley will talk more about this when it gets to his time to talk. We have 3D graphic guys and metaverse developers that are actually working on developing it. So, based on the dimension of that we are going to use, it will have a specific number of games that can be accommodated in that space. So once we have actually gotten how many games we are going to actually put in a particular casino, because we have plans of actually having branches in different metaverse. So and we are going to maintain, if we have 50 games in one casino, that means all our casino in different metaverse are going to have that particular number of games. And if you bought one game, if you bought an NFT when we listed it, wherever our casino is, wherever they are playing it from, that particular game that you hold would be yours. And then whatever you make from every of those metaverse comes to you.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. Like I imagine a lot of people will want to be owning these games. Yeah, that's super excited. And I was reading you already have a strategic partnership with Fox NFT, and some other collaborations already working on. Can you tell us anything about that?
Yes, Party Fox NFC is a really, really interesting one because why we actually got into partnering with Party Fox is because of the sentiment around it, based on the fact that Party Fox NFT is for party lovers. If you buy the NFT and you hold the NFT, you have access to the parties. They want to be organizing parties and events like pool. I think I spoke with their CEO a couple of days ago. He said they are planning to host a party in Atlanta and then Dubai. So what that means is, if you hold a party, folks, you have access to these parties. And so we thought about it. Party lovers are mostly gamblers, to say, and gamblers are mostly party lovers. So that is why we actually married. So in that case, if you have casino tokens, you'll be able to also access these parties that they are going to be organizing. And then if you have party folks, you can also have access to casino and play casino games. And party folks NFT will be one of the NFTs that you can actually earn while playing to earn in Metasino.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. I love when projects like this come together and they just offer different things to their holders, and it's kind of a symbiosis, and it goes really well in hand. So yeah, I was getting ahead of myself with all the NFTs and everything, just getting a little excited. Maybe we can talk a little bit about the token that you're planning to launch. Maybe give us a little bit about the tokenomics. So when are you planning to launch it and all that?
Okay. So about the launches, I will start with the launches. Um, we are doing an IDO with DGEM on the 19th of January. We are raising $300,000. This is because if you have been in any metaverse project, you know that it's very capital intensive to actually develop a metaverse project. So we have two raises before launch. We are starting with DGEM. We are doing an idea with DGEM on the 19th. And also, we are doing Peanut Butter. Peanut Butter is a new launch pad similar to Pink Self, and they're very friendly. So, we are also doing a public pre sale on Peanut Butter on the 21st. And then we are going live on PancakeSwap and supplying liquidity on the 24th of January. So, that being said, let me talk a little bit about the tokenomics. So the total supply of the tokens are 500 million in supply, and then we have 40% of it is going to go to play to earn wallet. That's like the vault of the casino. That is where, because you don't want to put the liquidity of the game in the liquidity of the token, so we separated the liquidity of the game and the liquidity of the token so that it won't affect the floor price of the token. So we have 40% of the total supply to be the liquidity of the casino, which is play to earn. And then we have 15% to be staking because we'll be launching live as we are launching with after DGM and Peanut Butter. After the 24 hours of launch, we our staking is going to be live due to our partnership with DGM. So we have 15% of the total supply go to staking and rewards, and then 2% goes to liquidity, and then 10% goes to team and advisors, and then 10% again goes to marketing, and 20% of the total supply goes for the pre-sale. That is a private, because we actually did a private sale, and then all the private sale, the public sale, and the IDO, all of it is 20%, and then we have airdrop, 3% goes to airdrop, and then the private sale price was is 0.04, and then the public sale price is 0.006, and then the listing price is 0.01. I think GM is going to drop the white paper in the group so that people can actually go through it.
All right, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Like I know we're familiar with DGEM. They've had an AMA with us in the past, and we know they're really good people there. And I like when new tokens are partnering up with something other than DXL or PinkSale or stuff like that. You know, where I encourage everyone to find the best solution for your token, right? And the people at Burning Moon, like they created like peanut butter, right? So we're familiar with the developers there as well. So we know they're again pretty knowledgeable. So I'm glad people
Interesting.
are actually testing everything out and trying them and putting some value there. I don't know if you mentioned how much are you looking to raise. I think you mentioned like through DGEM is going to be 3,000, but how much is going to be the pre-sale?
Yeah, I said GGM is going to be 300,000 BUSD. Uh, yeah, and Burning Moon is going to be 50,000 BUSD. And then the private sale we raised, which is about to end tomorrow, the hard cap was 200 BNB, and we are at 100 and I think 120 right now. So it's going to end tomorrow for us to focus on the IDO and the public sale, public resale.
Yeah, I also noticed on your white paper or your website, I don't know where I read it, that there's also a vesting period for people.
Yes, yes, we are actually because we were given the token at a low price than the listing price. We want to prevent DOMs from initial investors that are actually investing in the private sector. So we are having a vesting period of 5 months, and then 20% of it will be released monthly on TGE. 20% will be released, and then subsequently 20% of it will be released till the elapse of 5 months.
Yeah, that seems like a very fair way to do it. I know a lot of people, I don't know, that like to play around on BSC and all that. They don't like the vesting, but this is exactly what you need for the longevity of a project, for the price stability, and finding the right people to actually get involved in these early stages, right? You don't want the people looking for a couple of X's here and there. You want those diamond hand holders. You want those people that believe in the project to be with you on board from the get-go. And this is like a very good way of going about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true because if you look at the way projects go on BSC, there's a lot of immaturity on it because people just hop into project and then they're looking for one or two exits and then off they go. But then we wanted a situation whereby our investors, we carry them along because like we created a private group for the private investors so that we carry them along as we are moving, as we are making progress, and as we are meeting obstacles in the project, so that it is not a short-term project. This is a long-term project. We made it clear to people that want to invest that look, this is what we are doing. If you want to be part of it, you join the private group of investors so that whatever we are doing, we get to carry you along.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like I said.
I can talk.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say on that. Yeah, this is definitely one thing that offers security to people is that this is a very long term project or not very, but it's like it's a long term build for the metaverse itself because you can buy one for like $1 million or so, $500,000 or whatever, like total of all the contracts and everything. But like I just got really good connections within the developer side of things in the metaverse, and so we've got really good connections that are going to kind of fast track it, and it's actually already being built. If you look at the roadmap, we've got the first build is actually going to be on this metaverse called crypto voxels, but I'll let Mark finish before I get into all that. But I'll just say about the longevity of the project. It's definitely going to be around for a minute, and hopefully be the base of a lot of other things too.
Yeah, it sounds like a very fair and good way of going about it. It's like I said, I guess you're looking at getting the contract audited post launch, and is any of the team KYC'd or doxed, anything like that?
Okay, yeah, about the contract, we have actually applied through solidity.finance for a start before launch. And so we are waiting for a feedback. We have actually paid for that. And also, we are going to be going for a static audit after launch. Let's just say a couple of 72 hours or so after launch, we'll be applying for static audit. And then for KYC, yes, through DGEM's partnership with KYC companies, we are going to apply for KYC. That process has already been initiated.
All right, yeah, that sounds very fair. I know a lot of projects have to have their token out before they can get a solid audit or get a certic to actually look at them. So yeah, that's pretty good.
I love being doxxed about that side of things. I've been doxxed since the get-go. My name's Aaron David Kate, if you really want to know. But my mama calls me Smiley, so.
Well, there's a fun fact, please. Right. So around the games that you're looking to put out, like what sort of like the first one that you want to put out for people to try out, or do you have some sort of I don't know beta coming up or anything like that for people to get their hands on? Because I know like a lot of people are pretty anxious and they want to see something here and now, and yeah.
Yeah, we actually have been saying that we're going to have our first P2E before launch. So it is in development. It is getting near completion. It's just got to be integrated to the blockchain. But I think we should have that all done within the next week or so. It's called CeeLo. It's a take on the classic dice game CeeLo, or 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6 dice rather. It's a pretty simple game, and we've got it all done up. I can show you guys. I can put it in the chat, maybe a video of the early stages of it. But that's going to be done, and so that'll be coming out with launch hopefully. And that's going to be ran on the casino coin, and you can change your bid on it up to, I don't know the exact amount yet, but it's coming to completion. Let me find that file and I'll put it in the chat. But
yeah,
it's definitely the first game developed.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Are people going to be able to actually use the token and bet against each other, or will you have like a sort of a multiplayer game, or where are you going with this?
Yeah, it's gonna be 2-player at first. In real CeeLo, it's as many people walk up and got money in their pocket. I play a lot of CeeLo here in Atlanta. But stop eating the plant. Stop it. But yeah, you can bet. You can play with your friends. Hopefully, it will be quite easy to use at the start. It's gonna be version 1. It's the first video game, or not video game, but it's the first game build I've ever been a part of. So it's definitely connecting a lot of people that I know that I don't know a lot of things about any of it really, except for the graphics. I know about the graphics, but it will be ready for launch hopefully.
Right on, yeah. And since you're on the mic, Smile, maybe you can give us some of the inside scoops on some of the art we've been hearing so much about.
On the art for me?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm a pretty cool artist. I've made like award-winning memist, I like to say. I mean, I am an award-winning meme maker, but I like to say memist. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I like my art. It's got good style to it, and it applies style to a lot of the games and stuff are going to be all built in the same theme. We've got a partnership with he's a Clubhouse. He's an NFT artist / Clubhouse room host / influencer, and he's just like this really cool, like really intimidating dude that just has no bullshit, just is really funny too, and does like a late night show on Clubhouse. And we'll be announcing that whenever we get once the coins launch, we'll be dealing with that. But it's just a whole collective of like all the top tier, like all the NFT art scene, and like people in the either Twitter Spaces or Clubhouse, like they're all helping each other out because they just want to get people into the metaverse and like into this before all these corporations and stuff fill it up, which is happening, and all the land's getting bought up and stuff. It's not like, I mean, there's more land out there. But nobody knows where this is going really. But we know that that's where the future is going. If that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense. It's a never-changing environment. You don't know. Like people might be buying land in the metaverse, and 2 weeks from now, something bigger will come around, and everybody's gonna be buying that. So. Oh
yeah, for sure. And that's part of the reason that we're doing the 3D build of our casino early, because and we don't have it. For sure place that it's going to end up on, but it's going to end up on a lot of places. We've already been asked to contract 2 different casinos, Metasinos, into some other people's projects. And also when it comes back to the game, the people that did our contract, they have nothing but successful projects. And Tomas, he did Surge, what was it called? Surge Inu, and my contract for Shiva Light. And he has like 3 or 4 coins that he's done himself, and they've all done like 2 to 20x's, like no problems with any of their builds. But I just realized that they have the NFT play to earn game, and didn't even know that. So that's really cool. So I'm gonna be talking with them, but they're like some of the best. Or Tomas is like the best slutty dev, and he's the only one that I trust. Because I've only made a few projects, but like he's done nothing but good and like been very helpful. And so yeah, that's what I was interjecting about.
It sounds like you guys are building a pretty strong team there. How many people are in the core team and maybe in the extended team? And I think you've mentioned you're outsourcing part of the game development. Is that right?
Yeah, well, that's also just the people that I know that from within being a part of the whole space of NFTs and development. And once you've had like a successful project, I mean, I wouldn't say that it's successful because the price is at right now, but like once you've like led a good project and like done it properly, like you get a lot of clout kind of in those circles, and people like listen to you and open up to you and help you. It's kind of fucked up, but like that's just the way it is. What was the question?
Yeah, I was just curious about how many
people on the team. Yeah. Mark, do you want to handle that one?
Yeah. So we are actually 5 people in the team. Myself, Smailbot, names blank, GM Master, and Rolly. And then we have a couple of people that work on the ground that want to stay anonymous. And then we'll have partnerships that there's some milestones you get to announce some kind of partnerships that, we have. Mostly, the metaverse is going to be built out of partnerships because we're trying to partner. We are partnering with the people that are actually going to build the metaverse out of experience. So that's it.
Yeah, it sounds like a very smart way of going about it. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, because
Okay.
normally, to build a metaverse project, you'll be talking about a couple of 500,000, close to $1 million, for you to start talking about building a project. But because of our partners, we might be getting it for like 250, 300,000. So that's why we are partnering, because we get not to spend too much, and then these people already have experience in the system.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a very smart way of going about it. And I had one more question. I was reading something about staking. Was that solely involved for the NFTs holders, or will you have token staking as well?
Yeah, like I said, let me because I forgot to say something. Our private investors that actually invested in the private sale, they were those ones that have already contributed with a dropped VIP NFT ticket. Jane, can you please post that so they can say it? They were a dropped NFT VIP ticket that will grant them. They will be the first one to actually have access to. The metaverse once it's been launched. Actually, we took our private investors to metaverse to have a meeting like an AMA. They were the only ones. It was exclusive that actually attended. They had that first hand experience of what the metaverse looked like without
Let me
using the
talk
VR.
quick. So like on that,
without using the
that's a big part of the thing. Is like with the metaverse, it's like I said earlier, like people are trying to bring it out to or get people into it, but like the last meeting that we had was like held in this one called Spatial, and it's like just such an easy way to get people like opened up to the metaverse and to see what it is, kind of, because like it's just one click and you're into this world, and like you can use it with a VR headset. It's free. You don't have to like do anything to sign up or anything. You just connect your wallet, and I don't even know if you have to connect your wallet in that one. Yeah, you do, I think, but like you can experience it without connecting your wallet. And we're just the next meeting will be this week, or no, this coming week. It's going to be live from Crypto Voxels, and everybody that shows up is going to get a free. They're called POABs. All right, it's like a proof of attending something, but it's like an NFT, but it like shows up on your character in the game, or not the game, but the into the metaverse, and this is all free to attend. It's being held at like the space that we're going to have our first build of the casino at. And there might even be some of the games there that we'll be able to show, like that will be in the first build. They'll be designed. They won't be like with the contracts written to be able to play, but they'll be designed. And so that'll be like our first version until we get like a full-on metaverse, like with land and stuff. And like, because we don't know, like nobody knows where, like a true metaverse has. There's only one metaverse. It's one of the laws of a metaverse. It's like written by some dude in some book. So like ideally it would be like one metaverse that everybody can be a part of openly, But right now there's bunches of them, and there's a bunch of ideas for them, and there's like Facebook, and like all this stuff. So like they're trying to build a huge one, and so like there's just gonna be like one centralized one that, not centralized, but one that everyone's using, or if like there's gonna be like one that shows up that's like really really good. But like we know where the graphics are gonna be and stuff, and like we know what our ideas are, and like how we want the whole ecosystem to work together and stuff, and so. That's why we don't have like in the roadmap like where we're going to end up on, but like we're going to try to like touch on a lot of them and like build.
Photos.
As much on your computer, so like even if you have bad graphics, you can still get in there. It's very accessible, and it's a whole crazy world, and it's so fun to see people's experiences to it. And yeah, I'll have the date up for that. I'll put that in the chat too. I'll put that video in there too. That's right. All right, I'll be in the chat for a second.
Yeah. So sorry about it. You were asking about the tokens staking. Yes. like I said, since we are partnering, we are having a strategic partnership with DGEM. So we are going to be using their vault to start our staking. So 24 hours after launch, the staking of the tokens will be live, and the APY is going to be 1,300 and varies down as time goes. So and the staking period is going to be 4 months. So that's that about the staking. So we have the token staking, and then we also have the NFT staking.
Yeah, it sounds super nice, guys. I like it. And for people that will be playing in the casino, will they be able to play only using your native tokens, or will you offer, I don't know, like BNB, BUSD buy-ins or anything like that?
Most of
Yeah,
the
for
games,
the
well, yeah.
yeah, you good, you good.
All right, so yeah, so most of the games and everything will be used with a casino coin. A lot of the transactions and like the games at first will all be, with the casino coin, which will like, I ideally like originally wanted like had the idea that they would all offer reflections through those contracts, so that everybody that holds the casino coin is like, even if they don't play the games and stuff, like they're still gaining some passive income. And then also like on that, all the games will be also connected to a dApp that will be able to like just be accessed to. You don't have to go into the metaverse to like access the games and stuff. You can buy them either through a marketplace or at the dApps, and or you can play them too. And yeah, so on that, but the cool thing is that we're gonna have an arcade, right? And this arcade is gonna have like a bunch of different classic arcade games, but they're gonna be like different projects, play to earn games. And so you can play these coins with the you can sign up to play, or not sign up, but you can like put your casino coin into these and like win their coin in it. So it's, you won't be able to use their token in the, like at least at first in the like our area, but like you'll be able to earn their coin.
Yeah, that sounds great. And on your point earlier, saying like we don't know which metaverse will win the race and everything like that. Well, you did mention you're planning on going cross-chain. So as long as you have a viable product, it makes no difference which one will win the race, because you can just go there and put it forward to people using that one, which is yeah, is great. Now, I'm curious, will you have to get some sort of, I don't know, some sort of casino license or anything like that to be able to offer these games to people, or how does that work?
Well, I have a blockchain lawyer. He's from Singapore, but he's a very very smart guy that's very helpful in this whole process. And there's a couple ways that we can go about it. We can get like an internet gambling license, but we don't have to, at least at first, because like by the laws that I've read and like see that people point out to me, it's not illegal, or not illegal, but it's not like a security that you're trading, but it's like, and it's like different from there's a difference between a game of risk and then like working for something. Like that's why it's a play to earn instead of a gambling thing. And so even though we're a casino, and you can say gambling, but I don't like to use the word gambling because for a couple of reasons. But yeah, so it's look, if we have to get a license, we will. There's ways to get it. There's ways to get them if we need to. It just depends on like who gets it and where you're from, and like, but like that's all gray area too right now with like crypto too. But there's a bunch of crypto casinos out there that do have licenses, and like that's because they're more centralized. And like this is going to be more like a closed system with like like experimenting with ideas of like using a coin that's been minted that doesn't have any liquidity, as a part of an asset in the game that you like trade, and like use like doing something with that afterwards, in a different way. I don't know exactly how that's going to play out legally, or like with like the tokenomics, or not the tokenomics, but just the the ways the ecosystem works. But it's still like a long build too. Like at first we're just gonna have like the basic like dice game with like betting, and then using our coin, and with like you'll have like antes, and like you can upgrade your bet to like include like NFT, and like you can be like, well, I'll bet this too, and but that'll be a little bit later too. But it'll be very simple at first until like we get to the 3D build, I believe. Yeah, because I don't know Crypto Voxels that well, but Crypto Voxels event is gonna be really cool. I'll keep plugging it.
Right, yeah. It sounds really amazing, guys. Like, I can open it up to questions from the community, but before that, I know like maybe some people ask this a lot, but we have to ask it as well. What are sort of your plans in marketing this? How do you see it going forward for the next month or two, or up until you have I don't know, some sort of beta version out, or some more games for the people? Like, what are you looking to do? Are you doing the marketing yourself? Are you partnering with some agencies? How's that going to work?
Okay. Firstly, we with our strategic partnership with DGEM, we are partnering with their bespoke program. So from their side, they're going to actually help us a lot with their marketing tools, and also we have okay by represented Floki, and he did really well. So he's also going to be working with us. And then we have a list of influencers we are going to onboard after launch. We have the likes of Ivanotek, we have the likes of Trevad, and it's their likes. So this is actually why we are doing these the raises. That's the private of the IDO, so that we have funds to be able to afford these people to keep the hype of the project going. But aside that, this is a long term project, and we're not actually looking for, because most of this marketing is to bring in people that are just coming to buy for X's. We're actually looking out for people that are coming to stay in the project. That's why we are growing organically. We are not forcing things, but then we have good marketing plans ahead that is going to sustain the project.
Yeah, that sounds super exciting, and a great way of going about it. So yeah, I'll open it up. Let me see if we have some questions here.
You guys doing this through Twitch too?
Yes, it's being streamed live right now on Twitch, and we have a recording that will go up on our YouTube, and we have someone in the team recording the Telegram as well. It'll be pinned here, and we can send you a copy.
Yeah. Let me add some things to it if you can. I did not know any of that. I wish I would have. But I've been nose to the books, you can say. But cool, that's awesome. I'm a streamer myself. I'm a VJ, like a visual artist for different concerts and stuff, cool stuff that's behind the DJ. But if I would have known that, I would have been restreaming it for my stuff too. But next time, maybe.
Oh, yeah, maybe next time. Yeah, I know the Twitch has been blowing up lately. Not lately, like for the past few years, and there's a huge community there of gamers as well. And I know a few of them actually moved into states where they can do gambling streams and all that. So maybe that's actually an avenue you guys can tap into with the promotions. So yeah.
That is awesome. That is smart. Thank you.
Yeah, like so some of the biggest streamers that I was following, they moved to places like Canada and all that just to be able to bring this. Well, it's not play to earn games for them; it's just straight up gambling. But
yeah, that's cool.
All right, let me. I see we got a couple of hands here. Simi, you have a question for the team?
Well, did Mark talk about the whitelist or anything yet? I just wanted to say that so that people be asking.
No, not yet. After the question. After the questions, yeah.
Okay, after the questions. All right.
Yes. So I have a quick question. I have two questions rather. So since it's in the casino or gambling space, so will there be some kind of deterrent to prevent gambling addiction, or will you plan on making sure that the people are gambling
Yeah, I can't believe we didn't talk on this actually. That's a very important part that I completely forgot. We have a limit on losses so that you can't lose more than a certain percentage of what you put in, and also like there'll be a percentage when it comes out in the end of all the sales and stuff that are probably out of the NFT sales of the machines themselves. Like a certain percentage of that's going to go to charities to help families of gambling addicts or like different foundations and stuff. I'm sorry, I can't believe I forgot that part.
Mm-hmm. Good to know.
Yeah, the limits on losses will be our way of like trying to keep people from gambling their house away and stuff like that. And like we're very positive, like not like greedy people. It's just like was a good idea kind of at the beginning. You know, it's like I'm not really into gambling or casinos. I just knew that like it was a good idea, and like when the play to earn thing was kind of coming around, I was like, this would be awesome because like there's a this leads into like stuff that's later down the road. Like this is like the the native token kind of a way bigger ecosystem that's coming, and like we're gonna have a club, we're gonna have like we'll have like the actual 3D Metasino, and then also the arcade, and we might even have like a comedy club because there's a lot of comedy streamers out there, and I've been reaching out to them about this, and it'll all just be like kind of like a cool little place called the Lowlands, and I'll put some links up in the chat whenever it's open or if someone lets me. But
okay. Thank you. I have since it's in Metaverse, and what I'm wondering is whether you are under any regulatory terms. Like I think in a very broad brush, if I think about parts of US, we have a lot of regulatory guidelines in terms of online casino gambling. So, do you think your this area of the project fall under any kind of regulatory terms? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, no, we definitely put a lot of thought to that, and I have 2 lawyers that one of them is a crypto lawyer or a blockchain lawyer, I'll say, and the other one is a securities guy, and they are both helping me with like I don't know much about like the laws of that, but the way that we're working it is it's not going to have to be a security, it's not going to be under any of those regulations, and as of yet, at least, and then if it like ever becomes a point where like we have to evolve the system to where it's becoming that, like we'll get our license or whatever we need to do to but the way that we're working the games and stuff right now, it's like not going to fall under any gambling or any type of those kind of categories. They're just going to be play to earn, which is literally it's like a proof of work. You're like the amount of clicks that you do facilitates it as work, kind of thing. And then also we're going to be giving like all of our stuff away, so like airdrops of awards for playing and like doing these things. So,
Okay.
and to my understanding, and to like the lawyers that have told me, that's like the way that like you can like do this like without, and like we're also going to be completely decentralized and very anonymous and like very protective of privacy and stuff. And that goes into further mechanics into the metaverse that we'll have. But I don't want to talk on like a lot of the like really like kind of like far off thoughts, like because I don't want to like promise anything. And people will hold it against me later if like we can't get something done. But like I want to have like actually, and I shouldn't do that.
Yeah. So. I have one last question. It'll be real quick. So I'm good with vesting, and you already covered quite detailed the vesting aspect of your project. What I'm wondering is, I look at your vesting schedule. You have no vesting for 6 months for private, whereas you have 1 year vesting for public with the 8% monthly release, and that seems to be too long. And what I have seen, vesting is good. I'm not denying that it helps to establish a long, strong floor for the price. But what I have seen, all the tokens that have done vesting always die unless they have a strong use case, which you have. But what I have seen also, like after every release, whether it's monthly or quarterly, we expect dump. So how do you keep it sustainable over time?
Okay, about that, I must say that firstly, I'm sorry about if you got that information on the website about the public sale. The only people that are going to be is the private investors. Those are the only ones that are vesting. There is no vesting for the public.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Your light paper talks about vesting for public as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Probably that's an omission from the media team that will be taken out. Thank you for the observation. And what we are going to be doing to actually hold back people from from selling is we are going to make sure that, like I told the first speaker, that 24 hours after launch, the staking is going to be live, because in actual sense, you cannot actually stop people from selling. You cannot. You can only give the reasons not to sell. So, and then that is why we limited the vesting to only private investors, based on the fact that they're getting the token on a cheaper rate, and then we want to prevent dump. But that doesn't mean you are going to. I will come and tell you, stop, don't sell your 20% that you're taking. No, you can't tell people not to take profit. People will actually take profit. But what is the incentive? What are the laid out plans that we are putting in place to actually make the majority of the people not want to sell? That is staking. Because why do you want to sell your 20% when you can actually stake it and make passive income? So that is why we are having the staking ready immediately we go live.
Okay. Thanks for answering my questions. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for asking them.
Thank you, Simi. Okay, we can take a couple of more questions. Let's see. Aisha, do you have a question?
Yeah, I do have a question. Okay. In Metasino, there will be different casino games like slots, poker, blackjack. What I want to ask that, what mechanism or AI will you guys use to make sure that there is complete fairness, randomness, and transparency, which are major concerns of any online casino?
Yes, that is where the smart contract comes into play, because once the commands have actually been put in place, there is no human interference. So these machines, this slot machine, each of them are going to have its own smart contract that is going to work upon. So once it has been released, there's not going to be any human interference, unlike the real life casino that people can actually manipulate it. So that is actually what gives trust in crypto space. The smart contracts gives it trust, because once it's been deployed, there is no interference.
Okay, that's amazing. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Aisha, for that question. Let's take one more. Let's see. Syed, do you have a question?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes. So I want to ask, on your white paper, it's mentioned that participants will be able to buy massively and get to build mini casinos and own them. So I want to know that will other participants will be able to play in these mini casinos, and how will participants earn the profit? And also you mentioned about properties, but at that time network issues I missed. So how will the participants, if they own some property, how will they going to be earning profit from those properties?
Yeah, that is in regards to the NFT staking that I mentioned earlier. That's to say, if you buy a slot machine, if you go out right now and then you get to buy a slot machine, you own that property. And then there is a store by your street, and then you keep it there by the owner of the store, and you tell this owner, okay, every game that is being played on this slot machine, I'll give you $50 and I'll take $70. That machine becomes your property. And then for the fact that you are not there while the games are being played, and then you're making money out of it, makes it passive income. So that property makes you money. So that's what we are saying, that these games, the slot machine, the poker, we are going to mint them as NFTs, and then you can get to buy it and own it as your own property. And now, once the metaverse is the Metasino verse is ready, you stake that NFT as the poker game that it is, and then once anyone plays that game, you as the owner of the game, you get passive income, you get reflections, you get rewards, you get money from everything that is being played on the game.
Okay, yeah, but mini casino will be completely different from the main casino, meta casino.
Yes,
Can I talk on this part?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a test build in one metaverse that's gonna be using the same smart contracts that we will be using. It's because it's all will be interoperable in a way. It'll just be the way that you integrate it to it, and then the 3D models will be dependent on what kind of metaverse that the person that owns that wants to have one of the machines in, it'll be a different type of like model and like different probably type of contract depending on what the mechanics are of that said metaverse. But that's all stuff that like we have like I have multiple teams of devs that are like super talented and like they can do all this stuff. We're just waiting to get to the point where we are, actually in motion to the point where we need to get them going on the contract. I think they're even working on similar things with other projects, like not like for a casino, but just different games. But yeah.
Okay, it makes sense.
And then
Thank
also
you.
about the land thing, our eventual like goal would be to have our own metaverse and like it would be with land in it. But right as of like the first 2 builds are going to be, the first one is going to be on someone else's parcel in Crypto Voxels, which I yet again strongly suggest you guys check out. I might even go into if you guys come over to our group afterwards, I might like do like a little bit of like a show in the one of the metaverses that we'll be using, and then also like we'll have like a little bit longer of an AMA if you guys want to like ask more questions, get a little bit deeper into it, because there's a lot to this that's like not that is not being said, but there's just a lot to it, and I have like a lot of things I could show you guys, but that being said, continue.
Okay, having land is necessary for mini casinos.
So the mini casino thing was something to do with I think one of Mark's partners with Party Fox, right? Or no, with the other ones, Bad Labs. I'm not sure. Let Mark talk on that one.
Okay. Thank you.
Mark, you there, buddy?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't get that. Come again. Sorry.
So just the mini casinos, like I wasn't very like a part of that whenever you made those those partnerships. So he was just asking about those.
Okay, all right. We have like a partnership with Partyfox. Partyfox actually acquired a land on Sandbox, so they offered to give us that space of land to build our casino on it. So that is in our roadmap. That is going to be like in the future, because that's on Ethereum. We wanted to avoid Ethereum for now, because when you're doing a P2A game, you don't want the gas fee to be freaking expensive. So that's why. So we are shifting the Sandbox thingy to the front. By then, probably our investors have gotten mature to that extent. But for now, we are starting on BSC, and then Polygon. Our NFTs are on Polygon network. So about the land, that is futuristic. So once in the roadmap, that will be really, really explained. Like Smileboss said, you can get over to our channel, and then we talk more details about that.
Okay, thank you so much.
I was just telling, is it Otley? No, Acti. I was just telling Acti that like we can have like we can talk about the whitelist and like giveaways and like maybe give away some NFTs and like show them the metaverse over there in our group afterwards if people want to come, if they're interested in seeing the metaverse and stuff.
Yeah, actually, I just want Active to be done, and then because we intend to give out some whitelist spots to people that are interested in the whitelist spot, because for the private sale is going to end tomorrow that's to the 15th. Is going to end tomorrow the 15th, and then we are going to give out whitelist spot for the IDO on DGEM. And also later on, we are going to have series of AMAs. Like we have series lined up AMAs before our IDO and peanut butter. So for the whitelist here, there is a link. GM Masters actually pinned the link in the group. You can check it out. You fill the form, because we don't just want to give out our whitelist spot to just anybody. There are reasons. You give us reasons why we should give you our whitelist spot, because we don't just want paper hands to hold the big bags in our project. So there is a link there for anyone that is interested. And then for the mere fact that this AMA is being streamed live, we are going to do a giveaway of 1 BNB, but it's going to be split among 6 persons. So what you will need to do is you will come to our group, join the VC, and then stay active. You ask questions. We are going to choose randomly based on contribution. You can give us ideas and contribution or marketing contribution or ideas on how to push the project forward, and then we are going to split one BNB into 6 persons as giveaway and say thank you to Coinwell for this live stream.
Wait, were you planning on doing that anyways? Because I just thought
no, I wasn't planning on doing that, but then it just came out.
Yeah, because I was like, damn, dude, how did I not know that we were doing that? And I just suggested that. Look at that. That's how good we're working together, Mark. You know?
Yeah, man.
It sounds amazing, guys. Like, thank you. Yeah, we usually do some giveaways for our community anyway, either through spin the wheels or award them with for questions asked and all that. But that's great. So you heard it here, guys. Like, once this is done, like, head over to Metasino and let's get involved. You know, there's a chance of winning some nice BNB there. Yeah. So I just want to thank everybody that had questions. Like, we're kind of running low on time here, but if you guys, I don't know if there's something that I haven't asked about or something that I've missed. If not, maybe you can do like a quick recap for the people that have been joining in like halfway through.
Okay. All right. Let me just do a recap from top to down. So Metasino is a decentralized casino, also a play-to-earn ecosystem that you can access these games using a 3D VR. But currently we are starting with dApps. The project is cross-chain, but we are starting out with BSC, and then our NFT is on Polygon, and then the casino tokens are stakeable. The staking platform is going to be live 24 hours after launch. We are doing raises. We started with private sale. We are doing an IDO with DGEM. We are doing peanut raise, and also our private investors are giving VIP NFT tickets, and then our NFTs are stakeable. You can own our NFTs, and by owning the NFTs, you own a property in the casino, which is going to be earning you passive income. And then the Metaverse side of the game, that's a 3D development, is actually ongoing, and then we'll be launching with a use case. We'll be launching with a P2E game that is going to be ready to play to earn. So I think we have our light paper has been dropped in the group, and some other informations. If those, because of time, if those information are not sufficient, please, you are kindly invited to come over to Metasino group and ask your questions. Smilebot will be there to answer your questions. I, myself, and the rest of the crew, we are all going to be there to answer your questions. And for the giveaway, please, we are giving out 1 BNB to 6 persons that are going to contribute to the growth of the project, and then we are giving out the whitelist spot also.
I think Mark cut off there.
Yeah. You click on it. Yeah.
I've got a little text that I'm gonna put in y'all's group whenever I can, or if I can send it to somebody.
Yeah, you can send it to me. I'll send it over for everybody here. So I want to thank you guys for coming here. It looks like you're building something really amazing. Looks like you have the knowledge to do it and the experience in the space to bring something really amazing forward for our investors. So thank you for coming out and bringing this to us. And we always do say, for anybody listening back to the reporting, you can ask us for the official Telegram, for the socials and everything. We'll get you safely over to Metasino, and there's some BNB to be won. I see, like, there's still some people with hands up.
Yeah,
but unfortunately
Venice, Fatima, Tony, Alicia, please come over to the group
I
and
know.
ask your questions.
I know we can't take everybody's questions, but I hope it was sufficient for everyone here to get involved and get to learn more. So thank you guys very much for coming out. It looks great. Yeah, we're looking forward to the future.
I'll answer these questions all night long with y'all. And there's going to be I just sent that to you, Acti, the little thing that's got a link to our Telegram. It's got a link to where we'll be in the Metaverse. and I'll be in the voice chat as long as you guys are in there with me. So it'll be fun, and I didn't know it was gonna happen, so it's a little pop-up after party. So let's run it.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I've sent a message to the chat. Let me stop the recording